By now, you probably have seen the first video where we showed you the card format for the game MERCS. In this video, we would like to show you the basic movement system used during the game. On the table is the USCR medic with his card positioned ready to be moved. This model has 2 movement points, but for this demonstration we will focus on using just one. Based on his starting position and the way in which the card is currently placed, he can move into one of the 3 half circles near the top of the card. This model could move full forward to the front circle, or to the right half circle, or even to the left front circle. While moving, it is important to note that you do not have to turn when moving. Let's show you an example. For instance, if I place the card in this position, I can move my model here while not turning the facing of the model. You can turn up to 90 degrees for free. If you choose to turn a full 90 degrees, that will cost you 1 movement point or 1 MP. For this demonstration, I am only using 1 MP of the model's stats. By placing the card in this position, I can move my model over to here with a slight turn to potentially face my opposition. I can also move my model here and turn 45 degrees to his flank to focus on maybe a different target. Here is another example of how my USCR medic can move and turn to face the Kemvar leader. This is an example of turning less than 90 degrees while moving towards your opponent. I place my card down. I then turn my model up to his 90 degrees, facing my leader, then I can move the card length. From this position, you can see how the USCR medic has a good advantage over the Kemvar leader. Another kind of move is called backpedaling. This is where a model may want to move into a position to face a model starting to make his way to its flank or back arc. Backpedaling does, however, cost 2 movement points. If a model has less than 2 MP, they would not be able to perform this movement type. I will begin by placing my card against my model, facing behind the model, and then move the card length while also turning up to the 90 degrees for free. This results in the Kemvar leader now being in the USCR's front arc. The last type of movement in the game MERCS is a very unique ability called Snap to Cover. Snap to Cover is a free move that allows you to move into or around cover. You have to be within a base length in order to perform the move. If I were to move my USCR medic in this position, he would be out in the open. I am allowed to move to this position for 1 MP. Here's how you can snap to cover. I will use another base in order to demonstrate how the mechanic works. I can move up to 1 base length for free. By doing so, it has now allowed the USCR medic to gain cover against the Kemvar assault leader. Note this movement can be performed before or after a move action. Here is an example of snapping to cover prior to my movement. I would like to move around the barrels in this example. Because I am within a base length, I can proceed to snap to this location with my USCR-matic. Then I can follow up by moving my normal movement using the card. As you can see, I was able to go from this location to here by snapping to cover prior to a move. Did you notice I had trouble placing my card in the last example due to the barrels? Well, if you did, great, because the MERCS cards also have alternate markings for moving in 3D type terrain. We need to look at the card in a close-up view in order for you to see how this is achieved. I have noted 4 white hash marks above and below with blue dots. You can turn the cards on their edge instead of laying them face down. By using the white hash marks, you can simulate the placement from the back of the card, movement to a side circle area, or moving the full card length by placing your model's back edge, even with the top white hash marks. In our very last video, you will see examples of using the card edges for terrain that prohibits a flat-facing card. Thank you for watching the second video in our series of movement for the game MERCS.